happy to finally be doing this video because I have been waiting a really long time to finally show all of my progress, and from when I started to how my skin is now with like my whole like acne journey. So obviously, as you saw in the title, I'm going to be talking about Accutane and basically like my journey through that whole process, because before I started Accutane, I looked at so many videos, did so much research. Like, I probably watched like legit 1,000 videos about Accutane, like the side effects, what it was, and all that stuff. So I wanted to make a video basically like showing you what I went through and what it was like for me through the whole process, and basically you know, how I dealt with it and what my skin looks like now. So obviously I do have makeup on right now, but I'm going to be showing you guys pictures of what my skin looked before and what my skin looks now, and I'll also just do a little like, what's it called, zoom into my face. Basically, this is my skin right now. Sorry, you can like see all my imperfections, but my skin is definitely like smooth, definitely way better than it was. Obviously, I don't know how to freaking blend because everything's here still, but basically I'm gonna be telling you guys my whole journey, what the side effects for me were, and obviously some tips that I would like to give you guys, just if you guys ever want to or are thinking about going on Accutane, because like I said, I looked at like thousands of videos about other girls' journey in their Accutane. So yeah, let's get to the video. What is Accutane? Let me show you all the definition. Accutane is a brand name, and like the real like medical term for it is isotretinoin. Correct me, I said it wrong, but it's just search Accutane, it'll pop up. And basically what Accutane does is shrinks the oil glands in your skin so that you don't produce as much oil anymore. And obviously you want oil, but you don't want that much oil, because excessive amounts of oil creates acne, and obviously you don't want, no one wants acne, no one wants pimples, no one wants to break out. And so there's different types of Accutane, and the one that I took was Clarivis, and I took 60 ml. So I took 2 capsules a day with food, and usually most people start off like pretty small and then go up to 60, but my doctor told me that, I don't know, he started me off with 60. I guess I was like at a perfect weight. I started with 60 and I basically maintained 60 to 230 milliliter capsules a day. So when you start Accutane, it's gonna might be a little bit confusing when you go to your doctors. Like, there's like a whole process, and I'll explain to you, I'll try my best to explain to you what you're gonna be doing through the whole process that you're taking Accutane. So first, obviously you need to make your appointment, but you make your appointment, and then if your doctor says that yeah, you should probably get on Accutane, then they'll give you a packet, and in that packet basically they're just gonna give you information about Accutane, and basically all the side effects, just everything about Accutane. It's gonna be in that packet. And then they'll also give you a piece of paper which you'll need to initial, and on that piece of paper it's gonna tell you that you cannot get pregnant on Accutane, you cannot donate blood. I think those are the main ones. You can't get pregnant, you can't donate blood. But obviously it tells you everything else. It tells you the side effects, and it tells you everything you need to know about Accutane. And in that appointment, they'll also let you know that you need to be on 2 types of birth control. Obviously, like a primary one and a secondary one. You need to be on 2 types of birth control, and they'll let you know that as well. So after you do all that, they tell you all that stuff. They will have you make a iPledge account, and basically on that iPledge account, it's basically like for you. You'll have your account, login and password, and in that website, they're gonna each month they're gonna have you answer questions before your doctor gives you your pills, or before your doctor says it's okay for you to get your pills. You'll set up your account, and then basically those questions are gonna be just saying like, are you on 2 forms of birth control, or did you donate blood, are you doing okay, just like basic questions. Keep in mind that you're going to be doing this every single month. So every single month you're going to meet with your doctor. Every single month you're going to get your labs done, plus pregnancy test. Every single month you'll need to answer those questions on iPledge. And it might be a little bit confusing at first, but you'll get the hang of it like once like months pass by. In your appointment, your doctor will tell you, hey, like, are you doing okay, blah blah blah, are you doing fine? By then he should have already had your labs, your pregnancy test. Once he has all those things, he will be like, okay, you're good to go fill out your questions, to go answer your questions on the iPledge. And then after you answer your questions, you're good to go. They send it okay to the pharmacist that you choose, and you're able to go pick up your pills for the month, and then you do it again the next month. Hopefully that made sense. If it doesn't, like, I promise, like, you'll understand it once you get the hang of it. Yeah, that's pretty much the process that you have to do every single month. I'm going to talk about next basically the side effects of Accutane and the side effects that I had, which were pretty crazy, to be honest. That's kind of like the worst part about Accutane, is it definitely does have a lot of side effects. So the main one is dryness. Like, I was super dry. I was dry like everywhere, like my lips, my eyelids, my scalp, my all over my body. Like, I would like get like sort of like eczema rashes in a way. But yeah, I was super dry, and I put that one on my list as number 1 in big bold letters, because I was super dry all the time, and it was crazy. Next side effect is redness, eye redness. I had a lot of eye redness. I honestly looked like either like I was high, or like I was super tired. It didn't happen like every single day, but most of the time I did have red eyes. Next is headaches. I did have a few headaches, but honestly it was only when I drank alcohol. And honestly, you're not really supposed to drink alcohol when you're on this pill. I asked my doctor if it was okay, and he was like, take it easy. But obviously I did not take it easy. I didn't drink that much, but when I did, you know, I did a little bit more than what you're supposed to, and the next day I would get headaches, really bad headaches, which sucked. Next, I did get some lower back pain, and like just pain in like all my joints. It wasn't to the point where like I couldn't do anything, but they were noticeable, and they were obviously, like, I did feel it. But it wasn't like the worst thing ever. Like, you know, I was still able to do things that I do every single day. And then the next one was bloody noses. I did get like at the most 10 bloody noses, and it was basically like every time that I would wake up in the morning, it would just like come gushing down. But yeah, it wasn't super crazy. One time I did get a bloody nose in class, and I just like touched my face and I was like, oh, and I just like ran to the bathroom and I was like, peace out. But yeah, there is like recorded or like evidence that some people get depression, or like they get really sad on while taking Accutane. Fortunately, that didn't happen for me. I never felt sad or depressed in any way while I was on the pill. I did read somewhere, but don't quote me on this, that you only get depression or sadness side effects if you've had depression prior to taking Accutane. But unfortunately, I didn't feel any of that stuff. A lot of my whole family knew that I was like on Accutane. My boyfriend knew that I was on Accutane. So for the most part, they would always check in on me and make sure I was doing okay. So that was the good part. I forgot to add, this is how my skin looked like 1 week after starting my pill on Accutane, and then now I'm just gonna show you guys all my progress pics. So now I'm gonna show you guys another picture of what my face looked month 2 on Accutane. At this point, my skin was so bad. Like, this is like the worst my skin has ever been, and this was February 2nd, 2019. And like, honestly, like I said, this is my skin was the worst at this time. I was like, obviously, like, I wanted to cover all my acne with makeup, but when your skin isn't good, your makeup isn't gonna look good either. So I obviously would put on makeup on my face to cover it, obviously, because I felt like really self-conscious about my skin at that moment. So I would cover it, but then obviously, like, you would see the acne even more. So like, I wanted to wear makeup, but then if I wore makeup, it was just gonna the makeup was gonna accentuate all my breakouts. Fortunately, time passed and it just kept getting better and better. So that was a good thing. Honestly, my doctor told me that it gets worse before it gets better, and that was totally true, because my face looked super bad, super bad. But after month 2 passed, my skin did start getting obviously better. But February 25th, 2019, so you can obviously kind of see like that it's getting better and better. This is March 5th how my face looked, and March 16th. So obviously, like, with time, my skin was getting better and better, which was really good, and I was really happy, and I was able to not wear so much makeup to cover all of my acne. This is April 22nd how my skin looked. This is April 25th, I believe, and this is basically showing you guys how dry my skin was. And obviously you can like kind of see it by my eyes, and obviously you can't really tell a lot in this picture or in this one that I'm going to show you, but my skin was really dry, and especially like around my eyes and like my mouth and all that. And then actually I have 2 more pictures, or I think like 3 more pictures to show you guys. This is June 24th. Obviously you can definitely see the difference between like month 2 to like the picture right here. My skin did a big drastic change, and I was obviously like during the progress I was like, my skin is not changing, like what the heck. But like when you look at the progress pictures and you're like, oh my gosh, like my skin changed a lot, you're like, oh yay, yeah, yay. This is how my skin looks now. Obviously I'm wearing makeup right now, but as you can see right here, my skin is looking really good, and I'm super happy. I was left with a lot of post hyperpigmentation and indents in my skin, but I am planning on getting microneedling done and laser to get rid of all that stuff. But yeah guys, that's basically like my whole journey of how my skin looks then and how my skin looks now. And then just to wrap it all up, I will show you guys the products that I used during my this whole Accutane, and some of the products that I use now, just so that, or some tips that I still use now, so that I can maintain my clear skin, because obviously I don't want to. Obviously I'm probably gonna break out one day in my life or multiple days or whatever, but obviously I want to maintain like nice skin, you know. One of my products is in my shower because I use it for like a face wash or whatever. You know how I told you guys that my skin was super dry, my lips were super dry, and honestly I could not find a chapstick that would stay on for a long time and that would actually keep my lips dry and moisturized. And I swear the only chapstick that I used that actually worked was Aquaphor. Honestly, like, this thing like saved my life. And obviously there's like different packages, but this is the one that I use, that I carry around. And honestly, like, this is like the only reason that like my lips were saved, because it was rough. Aquaphor really did help, and I definitely recommend it, if just for like, just in general, if you want a chapstick, or if you're planning on going on Accutane. So definitely recommend that. But I also recommend the CeraVe daily moisturizing lotion and the CeraVe face wash, which is right here. Honestly, both of these products are really good, and I definitely recommend both of them, just for like a really minimalistic skincare routine. And I still use both of these products. I use the face wash and I use this lotion still to this day, because they're really good. Personally, I think they're really good, and I think they do the job, obviously. And obviously just some tips that I would say to use while on Accutane, and obviously like for the rest of your life. I would say it's obviously have a good skincare routine, or a pretty good skincare routine, so that your skin maintains cute or whatever. Also recommend to use sunscreen while you're on Accutane, and obviously continue to use it when you're not on Accutane, because sunscreen is super important, so that you don't get wrinkles, or that you protect your skin from sunspots. And I like to use, honestly, like any sunscreen I feel like would work. I like to use one that has like a pretty high amount of SPF. I think the one that I use has 50, and the other one that I use has 110. So yeah, just make sure before you go outside to wear sunscreen, and then put sunscreen obviously on your neck, your face, and then your hands. So I would recommend to definitely wash your brushes, which I need to take my own advice, because I suck at washing my brushes, but I swear I'm gonna start. I swear. Yeah, wash your brushes, your little sponges. Just make sure that anything that you're putting on your face is clean. And then the last little tip that I think would really help is to change your pillowcases like every week. I would say would be pretty ideal, just because obviously you put your face on your pillow every single night, and there's a lot of bacteria on there. That's pretty much it. Pretty much all the tips that I have for you guys. Oh my gosh, I forgot the most important tip. Drink water. Drink motherfucking water. I would recommend to drink a lot of water, just because water is really good for you, obviously. That's pretty much all the tips that I have for you guys and everything that has to pertain to my Accutane journey. Let me know if I skipped anything, or let me know if you have any more questions that I didn't answer. Hopefully this video was pretty informative, because I know when I started my Accutane journey, I looked at so many videos and like wanted to know like every single thing. So hopefully this helped, and hopefully you learned a few things. And if you have any more other questions, if you want me to do any other videos, let me know. Thank you for taking your time to watch this, because it's pretty long. But yeah, thank you so much, and if you have any more questions, let me know. And yeah, thank you. Bye. Okay, I also forgot to add that my last day on Accutane was July 30th, 2020, and this is how my skin looked like August 4th, 2020, already off Accutane. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.